I am being joined by Reverend Emeritus, or still Reverend for some of us, Donna Little, who is joining us on Zoom from Squim.
Yeah, from Squim, because
Or
I live in Squim.
because you live in Squim.
I live in Squim.
I would say down the river from here, or up the river from here, or
But the
up,
river's moving today.
yeah, up the way of the bay to Squim. It has been a rainy Monday.
Yes.
So it's kind of hard to visualize the message in the Daily Word with rain on a or with crashing waves on a beach when all you can hear is rain.
I saw this morning, or I saw it last night, and I've been reading it ever since because it reminds me, first of all, of my time in Newport, Oregon. And the thing I love the most about Newport, Oregon is being on the coast, the Pacific coast. And, as I would drive from where I lived up to the church or back, I would drive along the ocean, and there would be places where you could pull over and stop and see the water, see the waves coming in, see the clouds coming over. It was just that energy was amazing, just amazing. And I did feel what this Daily Word is talking about. Inspiration fills me with hope and courage. And there's so many times in our lives when that inspiration of hope and courage is welcome, very welcome. And for all of us, it's not just, people you might expect would feel that, people who are having problems with health or problems with money or, whatever their issues may be today. But it's all of us. All of us have days, events that happen in our lives that, kind of set us back on our heel. And so I do this. I really walk on the beach and hear the crashing waves. I just close my eyes. And when I first moved to Oregon, I didn't get very good cell service coverage out where I was living. And so I could get internet fine, thank God. But there were times when I didn't get very good phone coverage because it needed to be boosted. It was an AT&T location, and they needed to boost that service in that area because they had more customers than their current equipment could handle. And eventually that happened. But when I first got there, I would drive into town to one of the places where you could park by the water, several places in town where you could do that. And I would sit in my car. Sometimes I would read. Sometimes I would call people, make phone calls. Sometimes I would take my laptop and work on my laptop as long as the battery would last. But I called it my ocean office. And I loved it. It was just, my dogs would go with me, as my dogs do. And we would sit and we would watch the water, and we would watch, whatever weather was happening. And it was just grand. And so when it talks in this Daily Word about inspiration, inspiration is a feeling. It can be a feeling. They talk about it in its definition as it being, let me see if I can pull this up. I've blasted you out of my way, but I think Tim's the only one's here. What does inspired mean? What does it mean to be inspired? Inspired is an adjective that means aroused, animated, or imbued with the spirit to do something, by or as if by supernatural or divine influence, an inspired poet, for example, resulting from inspiration, an inspired poem, an inspired plan. It also means to inhale inspired air, just breathing, and how basic is breathing to our well-being. And then one of the other questions that I found was, what does feeling inspired mean? And the definition of inspiration is the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially something creative. A feeling of enthusiasm you get from someone or something which gives you new and creative ideas. I thought that was really interesting, that heavy pull, heavy interest in creativity. And then there's a website out there that I didn't know. It was called Keep Inspiring.me, M-E. And they define inspiration as, inspiration is when you feel a deep-rooted passion and motivation to do something. So I just wanted, before I read the daily word today, I just wanted to give you some thoughts about inspiration, and let the words of the daily word be a part of our meditation time. Just close your eyes and kind of visualize this with me as I read it, and let inspiration fill us with hope and courage. So inspire. Take a deep breath. You too. Yes, you too. You take a deep breath. Yes. Take a deep breath. And just visualize yourself on a beach. A beach maybe that you've been to, perhaps not even a beach that you have been to, maybe just a beach that's in your imagination. Something you've seen in a movie, or something you've seen on TV, or something that you imagine when you think of Hawaii or California, the Big Sur coast. Hear the crashing waves. I feel inspired by the vastness and majesty of the sea. Soft rain or gently falling snow causes feelings of great peace. I find inspiration by the courage of someone to overcome a limitation, or by the love I witnessed between generations of a family. Beautiful art, music, and literature elevate me. From the humble to the grand, that which inspires me moves my very soul and calls me higher. The essence of all inspiration is spirit, the source of infinite possibility. My inspiration fills me with hope for the future and courage to express my authentic self. When I boldly step toward a new horizon, I may inspire another person to do the same. The Bible verse is from Timothy's book, 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 17. Everyone who belongs to God may be proficient, equipped for every good work. This is kind of a unique offering from the Daily Word because it focuses a lot on doing. And very often what I read in the Daily Word is it focuses on being. And so this is really, inspiration is that crossover point of where it changes how I feel about something, how I am about it, but it also energizes me. That enthusiasm, God in me, that enthusiasm to do something, and it may not be in evaluation terms, a great, huge thing, but it is something. Sometimes, just getting up out of the chair is is a huge thing, or taking the dogs out, or whatever it is. Sometimes it's a big deal, and it doesn't have to be.